kids, happy Easter or Easter week. It is amazing. We had 6 weeks of Lent, and then we celebrated on Sunday for Easter. I hope that it was a joyful day for you. I know Easter is a wonderful holiday every year in the spring. I love to celebrate it. I love thinking about Jesus rising again, and then in just a few weeks, we'll get to celebrate Jesus giving us his Spirit and how his Spirit stays with us and is always with us. It's a great story. And we have one this last week from our Lenten packet. This is the Easter week, and it's called, week 7, Sharing Our Treasures. So you'll get to read a story in a minute from Matthew 27, starting in verse 62, and then reading all the way through chapter 28, ending at verse 10. So maybe a little longer than normal, but it's also the story, part of the story comes from what we read on Sunday. So I hope you'll look at that with your family and talk about the good news that's found in there and how one of the treasures that we share is the good news. Now, we've always done a game, and this week, the game I came up with is called Something Different About You. I think that's what the name of it is. Something's different about you. So if you think about it, the women in the story that you'll read, they went to the tomb and something was different. The tomb was empty. They were afraid and they were full of joy. And then later on, the disciples, they start to see Jesus, and Jesus appears to different disciples at different times. And something was different about Jesus. He had changed and come back. He had been resurrected and was a new person. And now he was telling people all this good news about how they could be new people. And he was going to send his Spirit, all these new things. Something was different now. And you'll see if you keep reading the story through the Easter season that it turns people into new people. Something becomes different about those who follow Jesus and then live with his Spirit. So that's your game. Something's different about you. And what you will do is simply this. With your family, one person will leave the room or close their eyes, and everybody of the other family members will change something. It doesn't have to be everybody. It could just be one person. So maybe you wear glasses and you take your glasses off, or maybe you unbutton one of your buttons. Just something. It has to be visible, but change something. And then the other person has 30 seconds. You could give them a minute. It's up to you to try to figure out what thing is different. All right. So have fun. Have a wonderful week 7 in our Lenten packet. Happy Easter. He is risen. He is risen indeed. Have a great week.